Take 2. Oh, we're getting off to a banger start because I've been day drinking, kiddos. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestleview Weekly. It is August the 14th, 2019. I am veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com, Doug Lackey, and also co-host of Wrestleview Live alongside Mike Tedesco on this very channel where we cover all of the major WWE pay-per-views. Yes, I might be rather shiny, it seems, because I am messing with new devices that I've just gotten. In fact, I'm going to be really, really cool and kind of augment all of this while I'm with you guys right now. Over the past week, I got a new boom arm for my camera so that it's not going bonkers everywhere. Also got a new USB adapter for the microphone. That's why it did not work. New equipment, forgot to test it because we were too busy being excited about, drinking. Yes, that's what it was. There we go. Ooh, no, not going to do that. I don't like that thought. No. Let's turn down the white balance a little bit. No, don't like that. You know what? Screw it. This is what it's going to be. Because I got to mess with lighting and stuff like that. Anyway, professionalism. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Everyone in the chat room, let yourselves be known right now, or else, I'm not going to know who the hell you are. Hello, Jamel. Hello, Quentin. Hello, Shane. Hello, who else is saying wee in the chat room? Everyone say wee. I think I saw a Michael in there. Who else is in there in the chat room? Someone else. Everyone say hello. Oh, hi, Daniel. Oh, who else is in there? Come on, go back. Yeah, Nafisa Dot. There you are. Not we. No, Jamel. Everyone say we. There's Michael Jewell. There's Shane. There's Shifty. Yeah, okay. All right. Keep on. Everyone say we when you go into the chat room. Everyone go we. Okay. All right. So, back to the show. Tonight, Wrestleview Weekly, going over the post-Summerslam episodes of the Red Show and the Blue Show of Raw and Smackdown. Got some headlines to go over. A big one being stuff involving the Smackdown shift in October to Fox. Little programming notes going on with that. Major updates to the WWE Milk Carton, if you couldn't guess. Because someone showed up, finally, on Raw that caused everyone on the Twitters to be bonkers because she didn't at the Summerfest, but now she did on Monday, only in time to cause everyone to, analyze every single move that she does. Hey, who am I to do such a thing, right? Who am I to do such a thing? And finally, introducing a new segment here on Wrestleview Weekly, and it's kind of hearkening back to when I was columnist for Wrestleview.com way back when, nearly 10 years ago. It would be, my column would come out every Monday morning on Wrestleview.com, and so whenever there was a major WWE pay-per-view, I would have my pay-per-view hangover column, which was basically asking 3, 4, 5 poignant questions that we are left with after the pay-per-view. Some booking questions, some creative questions, everything that us wrestling fans that love to creative book, we're creative writers ourselves. We just got to question a little bit. What the heck's going on? So that's what I'm going to start doing now is after every major WWE pay-per-view, we have the pay-per-view hangover. Mashoon Walls, wee! Hey there, how you doing, Mashoon? So yeah. And now Doug has the hangover on Wednesday and with an actual one. Pretty much, Grash. Pretty much. We're going to have actual hangovers. Okay? Because don't get me wrong. Thursday morning after these shows, man, do I get hangovers. But not really in the past 2 months. So you've been following with the show. We've been doing really good with the pay-per-view predicting, okay? We've gone nearly 2 months of successful locks in our predictions. And I'll go over what those locks mean later on. But Wrestleview weekend, 5 matches on NXT TakeOver, 10 matches for the SummerFest card. We went a collective 10-5, keeping our record at an incredibly obnoxious, I think we're 81-30, I think is what it is. We are really great right now for going into well beyond the halfway point of the year. During this span, all of our locked predictions had been correct. No problems. Well, the streak has ended. Sorry, but damn, Jamel, sorry about that. Dear God. So the streak is broken. We unfortunately failed. What were the picks that I got wrong here? We predicted incorrectly that Roderick Strong was going to be the new NXT North American champion, and we incorrectly selected that Kofi Kingston would win his match against Randy Orton. But as you know, there's a double count out. So, unfortunately, that is correct, Jamel. All things must come to an end, much like the Goldberg streak, the Undertaker streak, the Asuka streak. This streak must end. So, it's broken. 2 shots of tequila that we've got to take. And normally when we do the lock predictions and we get them wrong, we will take a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila. Mine was the most prestigious. Oh, Jamel, you're so cute. Now, normally I would take 2 shots of this atrocious stuff. But instead, I'd been touting them for so long, I thought instead, we'll just go in and we'll do a whole mini bottle of the tequila. I've got 2 tequilas here to choose from, and decided on Sunday that instead of doing the Luna Azul Blanco, we will do this Avion Silver tequila, which actually does not look bad. This may not be too harsh. Do we have a descriptor on this at all? No, it is just silver is all this is. Okay. What's our ABV? Oh, what do we got here? What is this? Oh, okay. It's a 40. Oh, okay. That's no problem. No big deal. No, everything is fine. Take a sip of the sources. Also, what sources are we chasing our incorrections with? A brand new brew that came out from my favorite local brewer, Noda Brewery. Noda Brewery over in Charlotte. That Noda stands for the North Davidson District of Charlotte. They are a fantastic brewery. Their IPAs are fantastic. And yes, I am an IPA fan. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I like, and if you don't like it, that's okay. You can like what you like, and I like what I like. You know, fuck your shit. Fun things are fun. So, what we are having here is a brand new brew from Noda. It's called Dreamsicle. Read the description here, and I've got to look underneath my glasses because I'm not old enough to have bifocals yet. This crisp West Coast style IPA marries the intensity of Amarillo, Centennial, and Citra hops with the subtle sweetness of vanilla beans and orange peel. This pint is a nostalgic dream you'll never want to wake up from. It is a 7 ABV. Yeah, and I've already had one of this earlier today. I've got another one in the glass, in the goblet. I love this goblet. That in a fresh can right here, just in case, because, you know, we always got to fill up the sources. All right. A mighty good chaser. So let's do this. Okay, we got to do this. I don't think that this shot glass is going to contain the entire mini bottle. Okay, so we may go back to back here. Okay, so here we go, cracking it open. Make sure you hear it because people are listening that are not on the video. Oh, I hate these mini bottles. They're so... Ah! There we go. Had to use my mouth there. All right, there we go. Oh, no wonder it had plastic on it, too. Okay. Fill this sucker up. It did. It does fill it. It does fill it. Look at that. All right. Gil saying it's been too long since you've heard these famous words. I know, man. We've been incredibly smart. Okay? We've known what's going down in the worlds of the WWEs. But, again, all streaks must come to an end. Reality has to set in. It can't go on forever. I'm putting this off. I really am. I'm procrastinating as much as I can. All right. You like my shot glass? I got it in Cleveland. Yeah, when I went on vacation there. Shane, someone should play Amazing Grace for my liver. No, that's okay. Actually, what should be playing in the background is Bray Wyatt's new theme song because the Fiend is about to enter it. Never see the sun again. Okay. All right. You guys know the drill. You know the motto. Here we go. All right. Oh, hey, Kit, you joined just in time. Yep, you joined just in time for it. So, as is tradition, when I get the picks wrong, here we go. Here's to me not knowing shit about professional wrestling. Huh. That's actually not bad. Huh. Wow, that's really good. Avion Silver, you're very... Oh, God, it hit. Oh, boy. Oh, God, it hit now. Oh, shit, it hit. Oh, God, it hit. Oh, there it was. Hello, Ramparaseth from India. Hello there. You missed a very important part of the show. You'll want to catch what just happened right when you came in. I hate tequila straight. Okay, I prefer it in daiquiris and margarita. Oh, God. Disgusting. Oh, God. All right. Got that shit out of the way. Okay. Are you all happy now? You all happy? Did you get your kicks? Did you get your kicks in on me doing that? Okay, that's enough of that. All right. Well, no, you're right, Daniel. That's what I get wrong for, again, when I make predictions, I take them seriously. Okay? No one holds their feet to the fire like this guy. And just to fill you guys in, too, we got one more mini bottle left. I am really scared about this one because it is Margaritaville Silver Tequila. Okay? It is. I am so worried about drinking this. I don't know if it can be worse than a Luna Azul Blanco. That Avion Silver snuck up on me like a goddamn ninja. All right. Enough of this. Time to get on with the show. All right. Hey, someone's off the milk carton. Did you hear? And of all the hair colors that she's been posting all over the goddamn Instagram and Twitter, she didn't have the one that she had on when she showed up on Raw on Monday. All right. Let's get our jollies out of the way. Stare at the picture. She's back. Is everyone happy? I know Shifty is. All right. Now, all right. Post-Summerslam episode of Raw from Bizarro Land of Toronto, which actually was not that obnoxious of a crowd. Yeah. I'm kind of floored a little bit by how tame Toronto was. Hardly any CM Punk chants. we will get into the boring chant that we heard on SmackDown, which was completely warranted, and I'll talk about that when we get to the Blue Show. But yeah, so Sasha Banks is back. But when did this happen? How did this happen? Oh, let's find out here. Jamel, Doug is an old school NWA fan. It's probably a dog collar match. Yeah, we're going to have a dog collar match is what we're going to have with my liver. All right. Start off the show with Seth Rollins coming in and saying, yada, 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 I'm Seth freaking Rollins. I won the title. Yeah, that's fantastic. I did what I had to do. Out comes AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson of the OC, the Orange County, the original club. I prefer calling them the Orange County. Can we call them that? Yeah. Styles, Gallows, and Anderson with the OC. I call them Orange County. Because that's always what I've ever heard of OC, that stupid little coming-of-age drama that was on Fox way back when. Yeah. Orange County. The AJ Styles comes out, and he becomes the first to congratulate him, and they sarcastically clap. Styles wants to challenge Rollins to prove that he's a much better champion than him. Okay. And so, yay, they are going to have AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins keeps on looking behind AJ Styles' back to make sure that the Lukes and the Gallows and the Andersons and the Carls didn't come up after him. So, yeah, we get the handshakes and, Christ, respects the honors of the sport of professional wrestling. First time in a long time that we had an opener to Raw without any action. Without any fisticuffs. And that's what I figured they'd want to keep up the pace, but no, we didn't do it. So, hey. Man. So, hey, Andrew. Yeah, honor fucks. Fuck honor and respect. I can't stand it. Rey Mysterio is going to be taking on Andrade in a 2 out of 3 falls match. But wait a minute. It's not a tag match. How are they having a 2 out of 3 falls match when there's not the Teddy Long special going on? Okay. And also, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are going to be defending the women's tag team titles against the Kabuki Warriors. Sans Page news on that when we get up to it. Tequila. Also, we're going to have The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Okay. As usual. The Street Profits are backstage, the NXT Tag Champions, or as we like to call the Wandering Minstrels of Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch comes up, and then Sami Zayn comes up. And then Samoa Joe creeps up behind Sami Zayn. And so, yeah, pretty much stuff happens to where they talk about Becky Lynch and yada, yada, yada. Then Sami Zayn walks up on the Street Profits. He starts being all woke and everything and then starts talking shit about Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's behind him, and there you go. So now we're going to have a match with Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. Okay. Sure. Wandering Minstrels giving us what we love. A recap of the show and a random match. I think this needs to be brought up, and I'll just go ahead and show you this GIF, show you the picture of Samoa Joe making quick work of Sami Zayn because Sami didn't even have time to take off his shirt. I think this needs to be said, and I've got a feeling a lot of the really horrid dirt sheet sites have not posted any Twitter updates about this, but I'm sure it's going to happen this week. So let's look at what Sami Zayn has done for the past 3 weeks or month or so, okay? Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am with Samoa Joe. Kind of a Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am with Aleister Black on the Go Home episode of SmackDown last week. People thought it was meant to be a SummerSlam match, but nope. Didn't happen. Kind of vacant from the other 2 weeks. Why is Sami Zayn like this? He would be coming out and berating the crowd all the time, and he really gets some decent heat on him and everything. But why is he in this position now? Watch your Twitter feeds, watch your Facebook threads, watch everything else, because I guarantee you, I wish I could lock this, but I got no faith in it. It's just the sources talking here. But watch it. People are going to be bitching about Sami Zayn dropping AEW when they had their Double or Nothing show back on July on live TV on the electric chair episode of Raw. Remember that crap? Yeah. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of really horrid wrestling news sites that are going to run with that. They're going to try their damnedest to get your clicks, to make you naive, to think you're gullible enough to think that. No, not at all. My 2 cents on this is the position he's in. Okay, I mean, what were we expecting Sami Zayn to be in the first place? If anything, we were thinking he might be Kevin Owens' backup, but no, Kevin Owens is face, so he doesn't need to be the backup. So now he's just going to be an annoying little troll. He's going to be an annoying little troll speaking off the truth that comes off the top of his head, and he gets his comeuppance for it. He'll do it on Aleister Black. He did it on Samoa Joe. Sooner or later, he's going to do it to Roman Reigns. He'll do it to Rowan and Daniel Bryan over on SmackDown. He's going to be saying a whole bunch of crap just so that he can get into a match with the person he's talking crap about, only to reinforce the ulterior programs. Ulterior programs, not ulterior. Ulterior. Does that make sense? Okay? That's why you're not going to see a report like that on WrestleView. Okay? We are not going to tell you that, Sami Zayn's in the doghouse because he mentioned AEW in July. No, we let the amateurs do that. We let the ones that need the clicks do that. We're news, okay? We're the Associated Press, all right? Not Fox News. I made that comparison, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah. Tim McCain in the chat room saying his character is the mouth of the internet. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he is the mouth of the internet. That's a pretty good way of putting it. Okay, so Samoa Joe makes quick work of Sami Zayn. We're going to hear from Stone Cold Steve Austin later tonight, talking about stuff, and apparently his brand new show that's on the USA Network, the Straight Up Steve Austin. So, yeah, it's just a commercial. Sorry, kids. Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler comes out, says, nope, he can't do anything. He's hurt too badly from all the spears he got on Sunday, and all these bloodthirsty Canadians would love to see this match, but too damn bad. Ziggler throws down the microphone. He goes to leave. Ziggler then ambushes Miz from behind, takes him down. Referee backs Ziggler up, continues to attack the Miz, and now we've got our match. Ziggler in street clothes doing this match. But yeah, the Miz would win via figure four. When do we ever see the Miz winning by figure four? And more to the point, when do we ever see the Miz wrestle? He'd been on TV, but he sure as hell hadn't been doing anything in the ring. Okay? So, yeah. Ziggler succumbing to the figure four. Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Ziggler says the Miz is a coward, and then Miz gets back into the ring, gives him a skull-crushing finale, and there you go. Yeah. Ram, thank you. Create recipe on the WhatsApp group. Let's go. Ram asking for a WhatsApp group. Please join us. Yes, I will. Ram, you're a genius. Thank you so much. Everyone else in the chat room, do you see that comment right there? Yes, we're going to go on the WhatsApp and we're going to create a group for the Wrestleview Medias. Would you like to bring the Wrestleview Media Facebook group onto the WhatsApp? Oh, that sounds so stupid and fun. I like that. That sounds fun. Charlie Caruso's backstage with Becky Lynch. Lynch takes the microphone, says she's not here to celebrate. Natalya had a debt to cash. Lynch gives her respect. Lynch says that she will not rest until everyone has been dealt with. This is a cat and mouse game. You have to get her before she gets them. Game on. Ooh, that's so tough. After the commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, Elias says he was interrupted by Edge on Sunday. He never gets through a song, so he has the crowd count down to see who will interrupt. No one comes out. Elias says he will finally have his first uninterrupted song tonight, but then Ricochet cuts him off. So now we have Ricochet versus Elias, because Ricochet doesn't like Elias' singing, and so here's Ricochet, whee! No one there. Is it really a whee? Actually, that's what it is. When you miss on the whee, yeah, you get the lower and whee. So, yeah, tumbling out in between the ropes. Don't know exactly what kind of a spot that was, either than a safe spot for Ricochet to take the bump on the pads. I always get scared when they fall on their side like that, going to the outside, because we're talking collarbone injuries if you went over the top. So I can kind of understand why he did that, but no, there is no wee. There's more of a wee. So, yeah, not enough oomph put into that. Yeah, that could go horribly wrong. You're right. But Elias gets him in the ring. He tries to grab the guitar. Referee admonishes Elias not to use the guitar. Ricochet super kicks Elias, goes to the top rope for a diving sunset flip. Ref counts to 3, and there you go. No. What is it that he does? The 640? What is it? What's the number that he uses? Not the for what? What's the number? What's the number that is 650? 640? What is it that he usually does? God damn it. I can't remember geometry. What is it? What's the flippy that he does? The 450. No, 450. What is it? God damn it. 630? God damn it, I don't know. Anyway, 620, 630. Everyone just throw out numbers out there. That's 69. That's what it is, the feast. Yeah, it's the 69. Yeah. Have you noticed that he hasn't really done that much? Just kind of noticing, he's not doing it that much, so he's falling back. He might be winning matches by other means and not finishers, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. Everyone does not need to have a finisher, okay? You don't have to have a finisher to win a match, okay? Just have a suspenseful match, 209-316-867-5309. Yeah. Anyone? Yeah, there you go. Ram, I don't think anyone in India may be in here. Tell everyone to get on their computer. Rey Mysterio is walking backstage because he's going to face Andrade in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And here we go. Rey Mysterio doing all kinds of the stuff, going to the apron and woohoo! Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't a wee. No, it's a little springboard Hurricane Rana off the apron onto the floor. Yeah. Rey Mysterio up to his old antics there. Yeah, it should be a wee, shouldn't it? Yeah, he's going to boing, 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 woo-wee! There we go. Okay. It has to be a double because 2 guys are going off the top of there. Andrade would pick up the first fall, would get his feet to the ropes. Zelina Vega would hold on to Andrade's feet for him to get that fall. But the second fall would also go to Andrade after Mysterio was distracted when he was on the top rope by Zelina. Then Andrade would come over and knock in the hammerlock DDT. Clean sweep for Andrade on Mysterio. Huh. Interesting. Michael Cole doing his interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin to plug shit. Who cares? Rey Mysterio is walking sadly backstage. Caruso says it seems like Mysterio has met his match in Andrade. Mysterio says he has never lost 2 falls like that before. He has no idea where his career is going. He just knows he has a family to support. He gets emotional and mumbles something about his family before walking off. So, all right, guys. It's time to speculate here. Okay? We've heard this crap before. We've heard it from Kurt Angle. So, Rey Mysterio with his family. Oh, my family, my overgrown child man person. In Dominic. Okay, so Clash of Champions coming up here in Charlotte that I'm going to be attending next month. But our next major pay-per-views, after that, you're going to see Hell in a Cell in October and Survivor Series in November. Are we potentially looking at the retirement of Rey Mysterio? And if so, do we do it before one of the big four? Can we milk the retirement of Rey Mysterio for 3 months is what I'm trying to ask. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, Gills, you're reading my mind. Gills, you're reading my mind. Says and perhaps Karen Bourbon is about to have another retirement victim. I am down for that. I'm down for another Karen Bourbon retirement. But can we carry it on for 3 months, though? That's the issue. Can we carry this Rey Mysterio sob story swan song on for 3 months? I don't know. I don't know if we can. And I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't think we're going to have that kind of a match at Clash of Champions. Well, wait. It can happen at Clash of Champions. We have so many titles. We're going to defend a ton of them on the pre-show. Clash of Champions always has matches that are not title matches. So, sure. We can have Karen Bourbon. Sure. Let's see why not. But the problem is that's the Clash of Champions is also going to bleed into other things that we're going to talk about here later on in the show. But, I don't know. Is it going to be against Andrade? It could be. Could be against Karen Bourbon. Who knows? I love the idea of it being Karen Bourbon. But, I don't know. And Karen Bourbon, I mean Baron Corbin is what I mean for those of you that don't listen to the show that much. Welcome to the show. You're going to get introduced to a lot of inside jokes after we've been doing this for about a year and a half now. So, do you like my Billy Eilish talking right there? Yeah, I've been kind of getting used to doing that kind of stuff. Instead of using my normal tone of voice here, I may jack up the volume a little bit. Can you hear me now? There you go. Okay. New USB adapter, working with it. Montez Ford is backstage and tells Mysterio to keep his head up because the Wandering Minstrels are still hanging out in Toronto. Dawkins chugs down a jug of water. Yeah, so. Drew McIntyre is being interviewed backstage about his next chapter in his feud with Cedric Alexander. The rivalry ends tonight. Alexander is living a fairy tale he's concocted in his head. McIntyre says this will not end with a victory over him. McIntyre says he'll cave Alexander's skull in and end the fairy tale. That match is coming up right now. They do all kinds of things in this match. I really don't like going over matches and what the exact moves are or anything. I just really like to play the gifts and ow. No, there's no ow. And there's a lumbar check up on the, out on the outside. I'm going to tell you right now, it's amazing how a month ago Cedric Alexander was put in this spot. You know, a while back after the Superstar shakeup and then the 24/7 title is announced, Cedric Alexander is chasing over the title. He'll do little, crowd dives over the top rope when it comes to the 24/7 title. But now we have given him this program with Drew McIntyre where they are just putting on entertaining match after entertaining match. It's not along the levels of Cesaro Andrade. It's not along any level of any Cesaro match by any stretch, okay? However, it's been effective, all right? Drew McIntyre, Cedric Alexander have been very, very fun matches, all right? Where they go from here depends on what's going on with this little tournament thingy that they've announced, and that is the King of the Ring tournament. They are bringing it back. It kicks right up next week. We're going to go over the participants and stuffs when it comes to our SummerSlam hangover. So, but again, Cedric Alexander, Drew McIntyre is paying off tremendous dividends. Drew McIntyre is not hurt by this at all. I mean, he's not hurt at all by any stretch because McIntyre won this with a Claymore like so. Because Cedric sells like a champ. Doing the moonsault sell like a champ. So, but understand, I mean, even though Cedric lost in this match, this was a commercial break match. It lasted for one. He's done tremendous spots with regards to Drew McIntyre, doing, off the Titantron spots. He even got one up on him. So I don't think there are any knocks on Cedric Alexander at all. The most difficult part right now is how do you separate him from Ricochet? They're both the same size, both on the flippy flips. So you have to differentiate between the two, okay? Ricochet seems to do more of the flippy flips than Cedric Alexander does. And you're going to see that a lot more evident in more matches that you're going to see between the two. I'm just wondering what we're going to do with both of the flippy little critters in Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. But all I know is right now, Cedric Alexander is not going to be on the milk carton anytime soon. He's going to be on TV every week. He's going to be having some matches. Catch him in a Cesaro match. I'm putting that out there. AJ Styles is backstage with Gallows and Anderson. They say words. Paul Heyman is angrily walking backstage, and he enters Brock Lesnar's locker room. Charlie Caruso is going to have an interview with Paul Heyman sometime after the next match. Well, actually, they're going to try to do it during the next match because that's between Noe Jose and Robert Roode. So, whatever, the match makes as of no consequence. We're just waiting to hear from Paul Heyman. So, you know what? Fuck Noe Jose and Robert Roode. No, we're waiting to hear from Paul Heyman, and that's actually what happens. Robert Roode wins with a glorious DDT, but during the middle of this match, we are sent to a closed door where Caruso is waiting for Heyman. But no, now Caruso gets Heyman. Heyman asks why he has the big exclusives and she doesn't. Well, earlier today, WWE made the declarative statement that Brock Lesnar gets no rematches against Seth Rollins. Heyman asks, well, how is he supposed to explain that? Then he goes back into the locker room. So, yeah. Everyone in the chat room right now is debating about Kings of the Ring. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to get any talks from me about it because it's a rarity that the King of the Ring actually augmented things. Yes, it birthed Stone Cold Steve Austin, but how long ago is that, guys? We had King Haku. We had King Harley Race. We had King Mabel. We had kings of those. But after that, not so much. They really, they had Stone Cold. That was to birth the character of Stone Cold. But after that, not so much. We're going to talk about the King of the Ring in a little bit. Hold your horses. Lucha House Party versus the Revival. This really did not happen because R-Truth ran out and he was chased by a bunch of people with his 24/7 title. At some point, the Revival pinned R-Truth with the Shatter Machine. No, with the Heart Attack to get the 24/7 title. But then also at another point, Kalisto would try to cover. Wilder would pull him out. Carmella got in, rolled R-Truth on top of Dawson to win back the title. So, no, R-Truth is still the 24/7 title. 24/7 title is fun. It breaks up tag team matches that you just don't care about. Oh, you guys bring up King Kurt? Oh my God, him wearing the roast crown. Oh my God. Oh, that roast crown was fantastic. Oh, that was a well done roast too. That was up on there. Oh, goofball Angle was fantastic. I miss non-serious Kurt Angle. Yeah, that's great. Okay, Natalya's making her way to the ring with her arm in a sling. They show highlights of the match with her and Lynch. Natalya has a dislocated elbow and is going to have an MRI. Kayfabe. She doesn't take back anything she said about Becky Lynch, and they will fight again when this is over. Natalya now wants to share a story. Last night, her dad came to her in a dream and said he was proud of her, and Natalya said it was a year since her dad died. Yeah, that's great. And then out comes Sasha Banks. Banks is out smiling, hugs some kids before getting in the ring, gets in the ring, hugs Natalya, and then blindsides her with a forearm shot, yanks off her purple-haired weave to show that she's wearing blue. Banks starts smacking the crap out of Natalya's injured elbow, applies a hammerlock before throwing her into the turnbuckles. Banks gets her out of the ring, sends her into the steel ring steps a few times, gets her back into the ring, grabs a steel chair. Here we go with the turn. Bam. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I am one for theatrics. Okay, I am a fan of theatrics. I am a big fan of her with the forearm smash, yank off the purple hair, showing the blue, which I think was the hair that she had when she started out in NXT and was a heel then. So I need to double check that. But I am all for the theatrics. Don't get me wrong. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But, okay. Nah. Lynch is coming down for the save, and Banks takes the chair and starts beating her down. Now, there's that. And then this is the shot that was in question. Or was it that shot? I'm not sure. Here's the thing. And I'm not going to show the alternate shots that were shown by people who had their camera phones out on the Twitter and saying everything. So it's time to talk. Everything that I've been saying about Sasha Banks and how in that, well, she's reckless in the ring. She is. Point blank. Okay? Some of the spots that she calls for and some of the things she tries to do, I mean, she makes Natalya and Beth Phoenix look like gold dust. Okay? But all the talk right now is about how with these repeated chair shots to Becky Lynch's back, how Sasha Banks actually nicked Becky Lynch's head with one of the chair shots. I am not going to get into the physiology of when you get up, something coming down, and the angle of something coming down going off the top of your head. I'm not going to get into that. But I don't think I'm the best advocate to tell everyone to lay off, but I think I am in this point. Okay? Look, we can blame her for many things that do not involve Sasha Banks injuring people. All right? I have no problem laying into Sasha Banks's performance in the ring. Okay? Banks as a performer in the ring for the past 4 months prior to WrestleMania was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Off on her spots, off on her setups. Tandems trying to do work with Bayley were horrid. She was supposed to be the hot tag in a lot of this stuff. Nothing going. Go ahead and look at the tag team matches that Bayley and Banks had. Who was the one who was in the ring the most? Clock it in. Bayley was in the ring 2/3 of the time above Banks. There's a reason for that. It's because Banks in the ring was atrocious. Fast forward now. Here we are. We're 4 months break. Sasha has not been in a WWE ring or in front of a camera or anything for the past 4 months. And it's completely warranted. This is not an indictment that she's been in the doghouse or anything. She has been completely healthy ever since she's been signed on to NXT. She's never had any injury time at all. She deserved a break. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Absolutely nothing. She deserves a vacation. No problem. However, what are we left with? The taste in our mouths when you go on vacation? That you don't have your shit together. And so here we are with this segment. Bad taste in our mouths. We've been trying to find the mouthwash to get it out. And now finally, after 4 months, we find the blue bottle of Listerine. And it leaves this aftertaste. My opinion right now when it comes to the chair shots and, oh my God, it hit Becky Lynch's head. No. That's not even on my mind. Nah, I don't care about that. No, I'm not going to judge anyone on any of that. I'm not blaming anyone for anything. I'm not blaming Banks for slamming down the chair. I'm not blaming Lynch for getting up. No, I'm not even touching this at all. What I am going to touch is when she actually has a match in the ring. I'm going to actually touch when she has 10 minutes to work with. She starts pulling off some really stupid shit. I don't think we're going to have that problem with Becky Lynch, though. If she's going to have a match with Becky Lynch, we're not going to have so many botches. But we need to build to this match of Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. So how do you think Sasha Banks, Dana Brooke is going to look? How do you think Sasha Banks, Sarah Logan is going to look? Oh boy. So, I'm reserving my judgments on Sasha Banks' return and this until I see her in the ring. Okay? That's all. That's all. I'm not, that's just what it is. Okay? Until I see a match, there you go. So, Sasha Banks is back. She's off the milk carton. Tired of talking about butterflies and being in Colombia and stuff like that. So there you go. Viking Raiders are having another squash match for the 4th or 5th time in over a month. What are we doing here? I don't know. Here's a shot of white guy getting slammed onto another white guy. That's the Viking Raiders. And all right, women's tag team title match. Bliss and Cross versus the Kabuki Warriors of Kairi, Sane, and Asuka. Yes, we have a lot of shit happening here. But retaining the tag team titles are Bliss and Cross. I'm going to have to read. Bliss avoids a kick. Asuka hits the ring post. Bliss shoves Asuka into the ring post, gets in the ring, pulls Cross to the corner. Sane comes over and hits Bliss. Cross surprises her with a swinging neck breaker. Bliss tags in, hits the Twisted Bliss, and there you go. Why are squash matches bad, Grash? They're bad when they've gone on for way too long. And there's been no change in them. All right. Let's go back up here to the Viking Raiders. All right. Why are squash matches bad? They aren't bad. Squash matches are not bad. Braun Strowman, great example. We had 1.5 to 2 months of them to build up his character of being a monster. However, they were squash matches of 1, handicap matches with 2, handicap matches with 3. That's what he did. Started with 1, then went to 2, then went to 3. It built up and built up and built up. Viking Raiders, not so much. It's been the same damn thing for the past 5 weeks. two scrawny white guys, or maybe a scrawny black guy. Who knows? But two scrawny white guys going against two big white guys. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. There's nothing wrong with squash matches, but you've got to change them to build up the guys if they're supposed to be bigger than the actual squash match that they started out with. So, that's the thing. Andrew hit it on the head, too. Oh, God, go back to the 80s, mid-80s, late 80s. That's all you had were squash matches on syndicated television. That's all you had, squash matches. And I'm not talking about the Barry Horowitzes and the Iron Mike Sharps. Plenty of others. Oh, God. Take your pick. So, there's nothing wrong with squash matches. It's just you got to build from them. And if you're just doing the same damn match every single time, there's nothing. Then what's the point? They're just an act beaten up scrawny white guys. Are they supposed to be doing something? If not, that's okay. I guess if we see this for another 4 weeks, fine. All right, Bliss and Cross retaining against the Kabuki Warriors. There's nothing wrong with this. Everyone's having a cow because they have a Japanese fetish, and that's okay. Let them bitch and complain. This is fine. Everything is fine. We're going to talk about this on the pay-per-view Hangover. Holy shit, I'm taking up way too much time on this Red show. All right, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles with the Orange County at ringside. The Orange County would get involved, and Seth Rollins would end up winning by disqualification. Ricochet comes out to try to help out with a triple team of the Orange County on Seth Rollins, but then Braun Strowman makes his way down to the ring to clean house and make the save. Braun Strowman would hand Rollins his title, shake his hands because of the respects. And then that's the match we're going to get over in Clash of Champions in September. Right? Right. That's what's probably going to be happening. Overall, what did everyone think of Monday Night Raw? 53% gave Monday Night Raw a thumbs down, and that is par for the course. Everyone hates Raw because everyone watches Monday Night Raw. So, lots of stuff we're going to talk about later on with the SummerSlam Hangover. But till then, wait. Well, yeah, Grash, that means the show was good. No, it was a decent show. No, there's nothing. Sasha Banks came back. Seriously, Sasha Banks returned from her hiatus, and look at that. 53% didn't like it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what? Maybe we'll return to normalcy with the show that always gets the high rating because no one watches it, and that's SmackDown. Oh, this stuff is hitting, can't you tell? Oh, God, that tequila. I hate tequila. All right, SmackDown. Hey, look, that's a Randall Orton standing above a Kofi Kingston. How in the heck did that happen? I don't know. Let's find out together. Kevin Owens comes out to the ring, and he says a whole lot of stuff. He finally gets to speak and says that yesterday marked the 5-year anniversary of the day he signed his WWE contract. And during those years, he created memories and experienced things he never thought he would experience. He stepped in the ring with people he looked up to, the best in the industry. And on Sunday, he was in the ring with someone who calls himself the best in the world. And that's as far as from reality can be. SummerSlam will go down as a night he will remember forever. Yeah. Owen says that one reason he'll remember that is because his entire family was sitting at ringside and got to experience and share the sold-out arena, people begging to see him. And then out comes Shane McMahon, and that drops Kevin Owens to his knees. and onto his keister. Just, yeah. Yeah. Shane says it's not. Kevin just goes, why? Why? Why are you doing this? Why? Shane says it's a nice moment for Kevin enjoying his tainted victory, announcing the King of the Ring tournament. Whatever. Shane says that Elias was assaulted by Kevin Owens during this match, but also that he was so traumatized, he gave him the night off from defending the 24/7 title because he actually won it on Raw, slugging R-Truth with a guitar. So Elias is the 24/7 champion, but he has suspended the title defenses for tonight. He wants Kevin to think about what he saw. What was Elias wearing when Kevin Owens hit him? An actual WWE referee jersey. Elias was an official representing the company, and they have to protect their officials. You can't intentionally attack an official. Shane says that Kevin Owens is fined $100 large US dollars. Owens freaks out. Blah, 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 blah. So there you go. Kevin Owens is walking backstage, storms into Shane's locker room. He asks him to up the ante, and he busts his TV that's in there. Charlotte Flair versus Ember Moon. This was kind of, this was supposed to be a match to convince all of us that Ember Moon is a big deal. The match lasted, I believe, 1 or 2 commercial breaks. It lasted a full commercial break. It was a decent match between Charlotte Flair and Ember Moon. But Ember Moon lost. She would tap out to Charlotte Flair's figure 8. We'll go ahead and put it that way. But I've got a lot of questions involving the SmackDown women's stuff. That's going to be on the Hangover. I'm going to fly through this blue show. Daniel Bryan and Rowan come out, and they start bitching about everyone else, and they're calling everyone liars. No, it wasn't us. Rowan didn't do it, and if you had your head pinned against the wall, you would said any name that came onto your mind, blah, 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 blah. Aleister Black is backstage, locked in a room, waiting for someone to knock again. Roman Reigns versus Buddy Murphy. What Cedric Alexander and Drew McIntyre was on the red show, Buddy Murphy and Roman Reigns was on the blue show. Very fun match. Definitely check it out. Buddy Murphy sold with a moonsault sell on a Roman Reigns spear, just like on the red show did with the Claymore dropkick onto Cedric Alexander. I highly recommend you checking out both of those matches to see how both of those guys are going to be pumped up, Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy. Kayla is backstage. Hey, Kayla! Kayla is backstage with the Revival, asks them about their match against the New Day tonight. Revival said that during their match on Raw, their match was interrupted by the 24/7 title. That was a slap in the face, and a slap in the face to all the tag team divisions, so they're going to defeat the New Day. Kofi Kingston comes out, they're backstage, and say some happy, fun stuff about how they won their matches. Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe approached Shane McMahon backstage and said, hey, you've got a Kevin Owens problem. I can take care of your Kevin Owens problem. Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe are going to have a match, but Elias comes out and says that he is the special guest enforcer, just like he was back on SummerSlam. And just like how it happened on SummerSlam, he would get involved in the ring, but this time distracting Kevin Owens for Samoa Joe to get the schoolboy roll-up and winning the match. And everyone would run away. Yes. Daniel Bryan and Rowan are backstage. They pin Buddy Murphy against the wall in the locker room, saying, hey, say it, you're a liar. You're a liar. Say it that you're a liar. We had nothing to do with it. Say you're a liar. And he says he's a liar. And there you go. Roman Reigns is walking around backstage trying to find Daniel Bryan and Roman. But while that is happening, the New Day versus the Revival is about to happen. But before that happens, Randy Orton comes out and says that Kofi Kingston's a coward, that he couldn't face him throughout the entirety of their match at SummerSlam. And how in the hell are their kids going to feel when they see Randy Orton on the screen? And, Daddy, why didn't you beat him? Because I'm a coward, kids. That's why. So instead, we're getting a Teddy Long special. 6-man tag of the New Day versus the Revival and Randall Orton. Your winners of this match would be the Revival and Randy Orton with the Shatter Machine onto a guy, but Randy Orton would then RKO everyone out of nowhere. Daniel Bryan is backstage with Rowan. They're just sitting there and talking, saying watermelon the entire time, acting like they're talking. Roman Reigns comes over to them, and doesn't say a word because Daniel Bryan says that, hey, you should be apologizing to us. We're a liar. And you know what? We conducted our own investigation, so next week we're going to reveal who been hitting you. How's that for a flyby on the review and the recaps of the Blue Show? What did everyone think of SmackDown Live? 77% gave it a thumbs up. Wouldn't you know it? 77% loving SmackDown Live, and that is par for the course because, everyone say it with me as I sip the sources. Nobody watches SmackDown. All right. Man, that tequila is hitting me. I did not eat enough protein today. All right. Time to dip in some news. This is going to be short and quick. There's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot going on in the injury front, but there is going to be a whole lot going on in the milk carton front. WWE is going to be celebrating SmackDown's 20th anniversary. Who'd have thunk it, on the very first episode on Fox on October the 4th. Tickets are going to be available this Friday at the Staples Center in L.A. Who would have thunk it? Hey, look who's touted to be there. It's The Undertaker. Who'd have thunk it? Alongside other people like Kurt Angle and Lita and Mick Foley and Booker T and Hulk Hogan and Trish Stratus and Goldberg and Jerry Lawler and Mark Henry and Ric Flair and Sting. Holy crap, and Sting. Oh, boy. This is going to be a biggin'. Look at that. Man, that's going to be a big-ass show. I'll bet you a lot of stuff's going to be happening on that. We'll talk about that later. Roman Reigns has apparently signed a new multi-year contract with the WWE. Just so you guys know, I prefer using the word apparently rather than reportedly. In any day, on any pro wrestling news site, reportedly is in the headline 7 out of 8 times. Reportedly. I think this Christmas I am going to send PW Torch, PW Insider, Wrestling Observer Week newsletter. I'm going to send all of these guys a thesaurus. Okay? Reportedly. Roman Reigns has apparently signed a new multi-year deal with the WWE. No shit. Boston is going to be hosting SummerSlam 2020 from August the 21st till August the 24th. That's really late in August. That is really late in August, which leads me to believe that they might be trying to have a longer build for SummerSlam this time around. We only had a 4-week build this year, and it might not have been enough compared to, looking at the matches that they had on the card. You'd like to know my thoughts and Mike Tedesco's thoughts? Check out our recap. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a good 5 or 6 week build next year going into SummerSlam. In Boston, no less. Man, that means Red Sox must be tanking. They're going to do that, right? I shouldn't be saying anything. They took my Indians 2-3 this week. Harley Race was laid to rest this past Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays ago. No, not 2 Wednesdays. Yeah, 2 Wednesdays ago. According to PW Insider, Ric Flair, Undertaker, Ricky Steamboat, Nick Aldis, Curtis Axel, Trevor Murdoch, Dave Lagana, and Ted DiBiase were all in attendance for the funeral. There was a public memorial service this past Sunday over at the Race Wrestling Arena in Troy, Missouri. So, yeah. WWE has named an audio studio after Gene Okerlund. Okay, this is pretty cool, okay? Scott Stanford posted on his Twitter account that Audio Studio 2 at WWE Studios is now called the Mean Gene Okerlund Studio. Look at that picture on the flat screen, okay? That's fantastic, all right? Fantastic. Love, love, love this thought. I love this. Mean Gene doesn't need a bronze statue or anything like that. He needs a studio named after him. Absolutely. And yeah, Scott Stanford is still with the WWE. He's making good bank, too. Jimmy Uso. All right, so why weren't the Usos with SummerSlam? Well, it's because he wasn't allowed to cross the border into Canada due to his recent DUI arrest last month. Want to know my thoughts on Uso? Go ahead and check out my past Wrestleview Weekly show on him. Yeah, I've already done a show on this guy. Ironically, the DUI happened not long after he was called out on it by John Cena. The Usos were not scheduled to wrestle at SummerSlam, but they were advertised for a signing at the WWE Superstore on August the 10th, but that appearance was canceled. He's scheduled for a court appearance on August the 15th to address the DUI arrest. That's okay. His lawyers are going to go ahead and take care of that. Here's the deal. All right? Because of their stupidity, the Usos' stupidity, they're not going to be on TV for a while. And because of that, what are we going to do with them? All right? They're getting the Jeff Hardy treatment right now, but the problem is Jeff Hardy's just convenient because he's injured. The Usos, that's a different story. You better watch your headlines. Okay? Watch your headlines. This is going to be a very trying year for the Usos. They need to understand the spot that they're in right now. They were sent to Raw to be the stalwarts of the tag team division. They were sent to the flagship show of the WWE to augment the tag team division. They were given a heavy responsibility. That was not on their minds. Sure as hell wasn't on Jimmy's mind. Jonathan Uso needs to think a little bit. And on top of that, not just think about themselves, but what about Naomi? Don't think that she's getting hurt in this? You're going to find that out in a little bit. Lance Storm announced that he's going to be closing his Storm Wrestling Academy at the end of this year. Storm wrote that it is with mixed emotions that the upcoming September 2019 training session will be his last. He noted at the end of his post on the Twitters that he will announce his plans for the future at a later date, emphasized that he is not done with the wrestling industry. It is just time for him to once again redirect his life and his wrestling career. He last worked as a trainer at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. Most recently worked as a backstage agent for Impact Wrestling. His last appearance for Impact Wrestling was as a special guest referee for the world title match on their Rebellion thing last April. What's going to happen with Lance Storm? He's realizing that it's way more lucrative to live in Florida. Yeah. Watch. It's going to be way more lucrative for Lance Storm to live in Florida than north of the border. Orange Cassidy. What's an Orange Cassidy? Well, he signed with the AEW, but what's an Orange Cassidy? I don't understand. How is he popular? What's an Orange Cassidy? Do I need to watch some of his matches? All Elite Wrestling announced on Twitter, not but 2 days ago on Monday, that they have signed this guy, Orange Cassidy. I have no idea what an Orange Cassidy is. What is this guy? I can't tell him from any other poor schlob that's walked into my grocery store. He appeared in the Casino Battle Royale at the AEW Double or Nothing buy-in show, but did not win the match. Cassidy has appeared in Beyond Wrestling and Chikara, as well as Evolve. He is currently the Independent Wrestling.tv champion. Pertaining to AEW's announced roster so far, Cody Rhodes addressed the fans' concern. The concerned fans' tweet was, "You got Luchasaurus and Shawn Spears. Everyone else is small. I do love AEW and will watch it. Just thought I'd send you my thoughts." Hold on. I want to read that tweet again. You got Luchasaurus and Shawn Spears. Everyone else is small. I do love AEW and will watch it. Just thought I'd send you my thoughts. Young lad, what are your thoughts? Could you make them any clearer? What are you talking about? But apparently Cody Rhodes knew what he was talking about, because he replied to it saying, "We've revealed about 40% of the roster. Sometimes it's better to let the painter paint than judge the picture." Hold on, I got to set my sources here. The first week of October is when you're going to be debuting on TNT, Cody Rhodes. That is a month and a half away. 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks, that you will be premiering on a major cable network. And you're saying only 40% of your roster is revealed? Are we sure? Do you have a full roster? Is the other 60% stagehands? Who else are we missing here? You have got all of the major stars that everyone thinks the WWE hates on your roster. What are we missing here? Let the painter paint and then judge the picture? As far as I'm concerned, the painter needs to get done with his fucking painting. We'll judge your shit in October. That's no problem. But I'm sure everyone that's been showing up at your, star casts and your all in, double or nothing, all out, blah, 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 like a casino metaphor, I'm sure they're all going to show up. And that's fine. I want them to succeed. Okay? But seriously, come on. What's an Orange Cassidy? All right. Everyone in the chat room listening to me right now, send me links to what an Orange Cassidy match. I will watch an Orange Cassidy match live here on Wrestleview Weekly next week. Send me links. Why is this guy a big deal? Help me out. I'm looking at you, Shifty. You're the one bitching about everything. You're instigating everybody. You're the mark in there. Send me some Orange Cassidy matches. Come on. Help me out here. Stop pissing me off. It's just, I hate it when a name is brought out. Oh, look, it's the next best thing in independent wrestling. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I can't tell him from a fucking styrofoam peanut. Oh, well. On news on the injury front, Paige underwent her second neck surgery today. Posted pictures on the Twitter. Everything went well. She was pulled from SummerSlam weekend appearances this past weekend. So, yeah. Apparently, she was undergoing a hernia in her neck. Is what it was. It'll be her second surgery. Yeah. So that's kind of your news on the injury front. Mike Tedesco, you could have picked a different pick for. That's the creepy pick that you use for Paige. All right, so that makes on the injury list Jason Jordan with a neck injury for the past 2 years. What the hell is going on with him? Could they just retire his ass and get this over with? Tomato Chomper, neck surgery. He's due to be out until December, but his rehab's been going well. It could be sooner than that. Wanda Rousey had a broken hand and she wants a baby in her belly. She's not going to be back until WrestleMania. Nia Jax, dual reparative surgery on the 2 ACLs in her knees. She should be back in time for the Royal Rumbles or before that. Jeff Hardy had reparative knee surgery, I believe, on his right knee and is too busy being a drunk in Myrtle Beach, but he's not going to be back until Fastlane of next year. Ruby Wyatt had successful surgery this week. Cleanup surgery, another surgery on both of her shoulders, bilateral surgeries, rotator cuff, I believed. Looking to be back in time for the Royal Rumbles. It might be a little later than that. This was her second surgery in the past 3 months, so we'll see with that. Mickie James, ACL surgery. She's not going to be back until Survivor Series. Lars Sullivan, major knee surgery, probably due to an ACL-MCL tear, dual of some kind. Don't know the specifics yet, but all we know is that it's so severe he's not going to be back until WrestleMania of next year. Jinder Mahal, ruptured patella. He's not back until WrestleMania of next year. Tamina, concussion. This concussion was served up a good 4 to 6 weeks ago. Have not heard word one from her, so we don't know what's going on there. And finally, Bobby Lashley, removing bone spurs in his elbow. This was the same surgery that was done on R-Truth last year. So he's going to be out until about Survivor Series. Hopefully he won't post pictures of those bone spurs that were in his elbow, because those were kind of gruesome when R-Truth showed him. So there you go. That is everyone who's hurt. But what about the people who aren't hurt? What about the people who are perfectly healthy? What about the people who have not been on WWE television or pay-per-view for, say, 3 weeks? They end up on a very special list. A list that is updated every week because I watch TV. You do too. And you pay attention to, well, no, you don't pay attention to shit, but I do. You depend on me and my autistic-like brain. Take a sip of the sources. It's time for the milk carton.
Oh my God, it's so heavy, but there's no blue or purple hair on my back. No, it's not there. Don't whack me in the head with a chair.
All right. Oh, look who's back. It's for I think it's the third time that she's been here. Look at this. Alicia Fox. Now, okay. So last time we saw her was on July 22nd when it was the big Raw anniversary type thingy. Here's the deal. I need you all in the chat room to kind of bring this up. Should I take her off the milk carton? Is she considered an alumni now? I don't know. Because that was the first time that she had been on television in well over 4 months. Okay? Does Alicia Fox need to be taken off the milk carton? I don't think she does, because other people are still on it. And she's still on the main roster. As long as she is still on the main roster, I don't think she's going to be taken off the milk carton. So And Shane bringing up, yes, hopefully fired soon. Yeah, we're still waiting for that spring cleaning. Remember that? Remember when there used to be spring cleanings? They don't happen that much now. Spring cleanings only happen maybe once or, well, not even that. To tell you the truth, last time that we had a significant release from the WWE was Shawn Spears or Ty Dillinger. Seriously, if you think about it, there haven't been a lot of releases. And I think his release was back in January. So, yeah. That news is out, and that doesn't happen anymore. It's been a while. So, if there's going to be a release, who knows when it's going to happen. I think, if I'm going to make any assumptions, I think her final appearance is going to be at the Royal Rumble. I don't know what the date parameters are on her contract. I don't know when it ends, but I just know darn well they ain't going to re-sign her when that contract ends. Dana Brooke. Wow, haven't seen her since that very same episode of Monday Night Raw. Just backstage in a locker room or something with a party and other legends showing up or something like that. Yeah. Wasn't she billed to be like an underdog type person? You know? Wasn't she inspired by Becky Lynch or something like that? And now she's not. If we're cleaning out Alicia Fox, do we clean out Dana Brooke? Can we invest again in Dana Brooke? I guess is my question. Can we repackage Dana Brooke? I don't know if we can. I don't know if there's any hope in Dana Brooke on the main roster. On the main roster. Yep. That's right, Shane. If you can send Tyler Breeze and Fandango to NXT, you can send Dana Brooke to NXT. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? If there's nothing wrong with that. Speaking of the Usos and their drunken stupidness, because of their stupidness, Naomi has not been on TV since that same episode of Monday Night Raw. In fact, no, she wasn't. She took part in some 24/7 segment. That's right. That's when, what was it? One of the old fart women pinned whoever to get the 24/7 title, and Naomi just happened to be in the background when it all happened. So, yeah. Naomi has not been on TV because of the Usos' stupidity. You try building this character back up. You try. You go ahead and try. The only reason she hasn't been on the milk carton for 5 or 6 weeks is because she made that surprise appearance on Raw. Seriously. All right. Naomi, I don't know. I don't know if we can help her out at all. Now Akam. Akam is a very particular story, and I went over this last week. So, why is Akam here and not Razar? It's because Akam showed up on a July 16th episode of SmackDown when the whole Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler stuff was going on, and Shane McMahon sent out people on that episode of SmackDown to kind of act as lumberjacks for Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler's match. Akam was out there, but not Razar. Corey Graves mentioned that AOP was out there, but only Akam was, not Razar. So I'm led to believe that Razar might be injured, but I have not heard yet. This makes me so sad. This makes me incredibly sad. You know, I'll carry on with this. The B team. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. They were also out there with Akam during that episode of SmackDown on July 16th. Haven't seen them since. Don't worry. They'll chase after the 24/7 title. It's okay. Well, maybe they won't because Elias is the new 24/7 champion. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a brief push. I don't know. I think they're going to be on main event for a while. Liv Morgan. Have not seen her since the July 16th episode of SmackDown where she had a match against Charlotte. After losing to Charlotte, got on the mic and said that she needs to get real. Okay, that's fair. If this is part of a storyline progression into the character, I totally get it. Twitter posts seem to think otherwise. You're still posting really nice pictures of yourself and everything, Liv Morgan, but this is going to be a repackage, is what we're looking at. When is that going to happen? We don't know. Karen Bourbon. Haven't seen him since the July 15th episode of Monday Night Raw, where he took part in a battle royale to see who would face Bork Laser for the Universal title at the Summerfest. Karen Bourbon will be returning next week because he's going to be taking part in the King of the Ring tournament. So this is going to be the last time we're going to see the Applebee's manager on the Milk Carton. What about Lacey Evans? We haven't seen Lacey Evans since Extreme Rules, where she teamed up with Karen Bourbon to face off with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins for the mixed match Extreme Rules tag match winner take all thing. My hands are doing all kinds of shit. Lacey Evans, what are we doing with her? That's a very good question. I'm sure that she will return sometime to try to augment a babyface talent on Raw, or maybe just surprise someone on SmackDown. Sarah Logan, we haven't seen her since July 8th when she had a match against Bayley. This was in a Beat the Clock challenge against Nikki Cross to figure out the stipulation for Alexa Bliss's and Bayley's match at Extreme Rules. Sarah Logan's been a mainstay on Main Event. They haven't brought her back. There are a lot of names that I'm mentioning here that we're wondering what the hell they're doing with, and I cannot think of any other excuses, okay? I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to keep saying ship them to NXT, pitch them, or do something else. It's tough. This is really tough right now. I'm only halfway through this list. Razar, haven't seen him since June 18th when he and Akam emerged from Baron Corbin's locker room on SmackDown to try to figure out what the who would be the guest referee in the match and everything. Jesus Christ, my head hurts trying to remember all this stuff. Okay, something is up with Razar. Razar has got to be injured. There's got to be a reason why there's this big, tremendous gap between him and Akam. Matt Hardy, we have not seen him since that very same segment on SmackDown on June 18th. That's okay. He's at home chilling out. He's also doing a lot of PR stuff for WWE. But also his wife is going to have a third baby. They're going to have another baby. So he's at home chilling out, being a responsible father, and not getting drunk on the coasts of Myrtle Beach or taking his Cadillac and careening it into Highway 49. Rusev has not been seen since June the 7th. That would be Super Showdown at the world's largest battle royale that emerged from Jeddah, South Dakota. Dirt sheets have been confirmed by Ryan Satin, however the hell you want to pronounce him on the Twitters, that they're taking a vacation. No shit! They're taking a vacation. No shit! They're on vacation. They aren't going anywhere. They aren't in turmoil with anyone else. And by God, Rusev is fantastic on the Twitter, baiting the marks. Oh, God, he's so funny. Sin Cara, we have not seen him since that same Battle Royale on June 18th in Jeddah, South Dakota. He's down in South America over at the Performance Center. That's all I got for that. Lana, haven't seen her since April the 23rd when she was at ringside during a Kofi Kingston Shinsuke Nakamura match. on SmackDown. She's on vacation. On vacation, taking sexy bikini pics, and Rusev gloating at us that she is his and not ours. Yeah. Lio Rush. Okay, this fuck. All right. Lio Rush has not been on TV since April the 15th when he was at ringside for a 6-man tag match on Monday Night Raw. This was the Superstar Shakeup episode of Monday Night Raw. Take a sip of the sources. This guy has been too busy reminiscing about his days in independent wrestling and posting videos from third-rate rappers that use footage of his shit in the ring. Yeah, he's done. Pitch him alongside Alicia Fox. He's done. Sheamus. Have not seen him since April the 9th in a 6-man tag match on SmackDown, post-WrestleMania SmackDown episode. He's too busy. He's having fun with life right now. He's still doing his Celtic Warrior workout videos. Having fun with everyone who shows up on his videos, those who are active on the WWE roster or otherwise. This guy is just enjoying life, okay? I'm not gonna shit on him at all, okay? Right now, the rumor about him was not why he's out right now, is that he was given the same prognosis as Edge was when it comes to spinal stenosis. So his career might be over. So the way that I'm looking at it is, when they bring him back, it's going to be his very final match. Prepare yourselves. Ascension. Have not seen them since the Battle Royale of the Andre Giant Persuasion at WrestleMania. Ship them to NXT. I know I'm trying to think of excuses of what to do with all these people that have not been on TV for so long. It's been over 4 months. Come on, guys. Please. NXT is where you kick ass. They don't have any big man tag teams over there right now. Have some fun with Fashion Police. Harper. Have not seen him since that same Battle Royale at WrestleMania. He is right now going through his injury time with the injured wrist that he had earlier this year. So he is going to be released on his contract. It's going to be coming up probably in the next 1 to 2 months. He's not going to go back into wrestling anytime soon. The man is hurt. He's almost as old as me, if not maybe 1 or 2 years younger. He just can't do it anymore. He's probably going to be teaching wrestling back up in New Jersey where he lives. He's going to enjoy life, so more power to him. Primo Colón, March 26th. Segment on the Go Home WrestleMania episode of SmackDown, where Shane McMahon and The Miz were bitching at each other, and him and Sanity were meant to separate the two. He's over in South America at the Performance Center. Blah, 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 blah. And finally, it is time for the stalwart of the milk carton. We are now approaching 9 months since we have seen this critter. I'm calling him a critter now. And the rule has been made that once it becomes a calendar year, he is off the milk carton and he is on his own milk jug. That's it. He is in the Milk Carton Hall of Fame. Is the milk jug. And that is Epico Colón. I have not seen him since Survivor Series of last year when he was part of the Raw vs. SmackDown Tag Team Elimination Style match. So, yeah. Whew. He's going for the jug. That's right, Grash. Epico Colón is going for the jug. I got to find me a really good graphic for that. I can't wait to find me that graphic. Can everyone help me out? Help me out here. I need a good jug for this guy. Okay? All right. I got to count this up. How many people were on that milk carton? Hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22. 22 people on the WWE Milk Carton that are on the main roster. Understand this. This is based on the main roster. There are people that are on the WWE main roster page that I know I should have up on here, but I can make cases for why they aren't. So just kind of leave it at that. All right. I'm going to break with you guys right now. All right. Oh boy, we've got a hangover to work over. So, here's what we're going to do. Finish up the sources. Finish up the sources. Oh boy. 60% of someone else's roster. You're damn right. You're right, Andrew. That's 60% of someone else's roster. All right. Finished up the sources. Going to crack open a new one. I'm going to pour it in a little bit. And I've also got to get rid of all the other stuff that's been flowing in me. So in the meantime, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we have got a hangover to work over from this weekend. From everything that happened on SummerSlam, from the Red Show and the Blue Show, we have some serious questions that we need to mull over. We need a strong cup of coffee for this one. And you guys are going to love this graphic. It's time for a pay-per-view hangover. Tequila so much. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, look at that. I got more sources. Oh, look at that.
Ugh. Oh God. You see that save? God, that was a great save. For those of you listening on the audio, I almost let it foam over. I love tall boy cans. Tall boy cans are fantastic. Ram, me, you, drink some wine. I'm sorry, Ram, I'm not much of a wine guy. The only wines that I like are more like dessert wines or sweet wines. I'm not a fan of red or anything like that. It's more dessert sweet wines, like Rieslings. I love Rieslings. Or Moscatos. But I am more of, everyone knows I am a Scotch guy. But enough of the talking of the liquor. All right. So SummerSlam has happened. Blue Star pay-per-view is done. Oh God, how'd that happen? Go home episodes of Raw and SmackDown are done. So what are we left with to think about going into these next few months? This is basically when I used to be a columnist. Well, I could still be a columnist for Reality from Ringside was my original column about a good 10 years ago on Wrestleview.com. I would always have my pay-per-view hangover, where I would ask 3 or 4 questions that we're kind of left with from the pay-per-view. And, you know, what's happening? What's going on? So it's time to kind of do that with this one. I know I talked about maybe going over the WrestleMania whiteboard, but I still think we got some time to mull over before we start cementing the whiteboard, even though we know the WWE has already got it in stone, though Vince McMahon has rewritten 2 of the past 3 episodes of SmackDown. Who am I to judge? I have not headed an entire entertainment industry for the past 40 years. So, no WrestleMania whiteboard, but instead we are going to just ask some questions that we're left with after a whole weekend in Toronto. Brock Lesnar. So, he goes down clean on Seth Rollins, goes down clean at Summerfest, makes no appearance on Monday Night Raw. Paul Heyman lets up a stink of how he's not going to get some kind of rematch. So, what are we to do here? How are we going to make Brock Lesnar a thing? He's still under contract. I haven't seen anything coming up on the interwebs or the Twitter about how Brock Lesnar wants to get out of his contract and how he's unhappy with the WWE that he lost. Sources. So what are we doing here? I am very sure for the next 2 months, we're going to be seeing a lot of stupid articles come out. Ringside News, PW Insider, F4W, you name it. Blah, 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 blah. No. I said 2 months for a reason. Brock Lesnar is going to take a vacation. You are not going to see him for 2 months. For exactly 2 months. Way back when, I made a prediction that I thought that Shane McMahon was going to be WWE champion. On this particular occasion of Friday, October the 4th, when WWE Smackdown celebrates 20 years and is going to switch over to the Fox network. Nope, that ain't happening. No, it ain't going to be Shane McMahon. It's going to be Brock Lesnar. Going to happen is Kofi Kingston is going to show up on that episode of SmackDown. He's going to issue an open challenge. He's going to issue an open challenge saying, I've been a fighting champion. I've defended everyone against everyone in every possible situation. I can defeat anyone. And out comes Brock Lesnar, challenge accepted, wham bam, thank you ma'am. The only way for SmackDown on Fox to be successful is not exactly having the best good guy. It's having the best bad guy. And Brock Lesnar is a fantastic bad guy for when SmackDown is taken by Fox. This is going to happen. I will do it. I will lock it right now. Next week's show, I will take a shot for reneging on the Shane McMahon being WWE champion. Okay? I'm going to write that down right now. Okay? Here's my pad of paper that I do my stuff on. Okay? So, taking a shot. Shot on Shane is what I'm writing. Okay? It's right there. Well, it's going to be reversed. You can't see it. So there you go. There you go. You won't be able to see that. But am I fantasy booking? Of course I am. This is what fans do, Daniel. Come on now. Look, every professional wrestling fan fantasy books. All of them do. Okay, bitch and moan and complain all you want. All of them do. In fact, most of the reporting you see on professional wrestling news sites is based on their fucking creative booking and fantasy booking. Okay? But what it takes is people of insight who have been watching this shit for over 35 years and are not knee-deep in their own shit to figure out what's going to happen. Okay? This is a no-brainer. Okay? And I'll take the shot if it's wrong. That's the difference between me and everyone else. I've got the sources. All right. So, Bork Laser is going to take Kofi Kingston's WWE title at the premiere episode of SmackDown on Fox. How else are you going to get people to watch? It's a no-brainer. It's way better than Shane McMahon doing it. Next up. Next question. Everyone is lauding that at Summerfest he had the greatest entrance ever. I have been waiting since that entrance on Sunday to download his theme. My God. He had this magnificent entrance. Had a great, not a squash, but a great match against Finn Balor to confirm his character. And yet, was not mentioned word one on Raw or SmackDown. And I'm talking about Bray Wyatt. Seriously, Raw and SmackDown did not show anything involving Bray Wyatt. After the magnificent entrance that he had, did not show anything about him at all, did not allude to him, didn't even mention him, didn't even mention Finn Balor for that matter. You wouldn't have even thought that this thing existed on Raw or SmackDown this past week. So, what are we doing here? Okay? What are we doing with Bray Wyatt? All right? First off, what I really, really love is on the Twitter today, I believe it was Ringside News, sourced and accredited Ryan Satin, Satin, him on the Twitter, accredited him for saying that the reason that Bray Wyatt was not on WWE television on Raw or SmackDown is because the WWE wants to treat him as a special attraction. Ryan Satan said, according to his sources, that's what they are doing. If you want to pardon me for a second, I'm going to consult my sources. No shit. Of course Bray Wyatt's a special attraction. Of course he's the fucking Undertaker of the roster. Of course that's why he's not on TV. They're going to make him a special attraction. Come on. You telling me I could have posted that stupid shit on Wrestleview and said, well, according to my sources, Bray Wyatt's going to be a special attraction to the... I could take advantage of this position I have right now. I could do this. I don't need sources to know this shit. I've got beer. I've got beer and scotch and way too much experience in watching this shit to know what is happening. I don't need this. Bray Wyatt is a special attraction, period. We knew that going into SummerSlam. We knew that when it was the build-up to his match to Finn Balor. Remember after Extreme Rules? After Extreme Rules, we went 2 or 3 weeks without Bray Wyatt, but we had his puppets appearing in the background, backstage. Oh, look, there it is! There's the Rambling Rabbit! Of course it's a special attraction. For fuck's sake. Come on. This doesn't need to be considered a report. This doesn't need to be considered journalism. It's just taken as is. But what are we doing with him? What are we doing? Oh. So what are we doing with Bray Wyatt? Well, yes, of course he's a special attraction. Okay, we totally get that, okay? Right now, the internet is clamoring over him and Aleister Black to have a match. No. Right now, Bray Wyatt has been having fun on the Twitter apologizing to everyone who he's wronged. And the people that he's wronged are people that he's had in matches. That includes Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, Tommy Dreamer, and a whole host of others. Right now, the way that I see it with Bray Wyatt, he is a special attraction. He's not going to get a title anytime soon. He does not need a title to be relevant on any of this television show. No, I would not do Black and Bray. No. What match am I giving Bray? I don't know. Finn Balor is going to be taking some time off. He's not going to be back for maybe another 2 or 3 months. But he might be longer than that. You may not see Finn Balor back for 6 months. Just putting it out there. Right now, Bray Wyatt can just wreak havoc wherever he wants. You know, it doesn't matter. But I would wait until WrestleMania to have him against Finn Balor as the Demon. That would happen. The problem is, if we do Demon Fiend at WrestleMania, what is our goal? What is our goal for this? Who would be going over on who? Is it going to go on long enough to where both are still going to look strong after that match? What can we have Bray Wyatt do from here for the next 8 months to seem like a big deal? I'll throw some names out there that he can just feed off of for pay-per-view matches. Ricochet, for one. Problem is, you want to still build up Ricochet. I don't know if you can do that. Throw him out there. Miz, maybe? No, not really. Thing is, right now, the Bray Wyatt character is meant to be feeding off of those that he has wronged. He's going against people that he himself has gone against. Seth Rollins is one of them. Roman Reigns is one of them. Braun Strowman could be one of them. But throwing it out there, Machoon brought it up there as well. Yep. There's one guy he has had beef with. It's Undertaker. So we could have Undertaker Bray at WrestleMania instead. Kane. Could do Kane too. There are a lot of routes that we can go with this character, but what needs to be understood is that he is a special attraction character. He is not going to be on TV that much. He's never going to go for a title. Bray Wyatt will never go for a title. Ever. Ever. So, that being said, keep an eye on him. His WrestleMania match is either going to be Balor or Taker. Watch out for it. All right. This is a big question that we need to ask right now, and we better figure the fuck out. What the fuck are we doing with the SmackDown Women's Division? What are we doing? Okay? This is getting on my nerves. Okay? This is really getting on my nerves. Because this was made a focal point at the Superstar Shakeup back in April, where Ember Moon came down to SmackDown. Hey, I'm here. And Bayley showed up on SmackDown. Oh, hey, I'm here. And now Bayley has now become the SmackDown Women's Champion because she cashed in the Money in the Bank contract on Charlotte after Charlotte beat Becky Lynch to have the SmackDown title. Blah, 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 blah. All right. We need to think about the SmackDown Women's Division. All right? Seriously. Something needs to happen here. All right? And I figured it's about time we just go through the whole damn thing and figure out what the fuck is going on right now and how we can try to plan for the future. All right? First off, let's just go down the roster right now. Bayley is your champion. My God, is vanilla. I thought Dean Ambrose retired and went to AEW. She is the new Dean Ambrose. Okay, she's the new Dean Ambrose. So what do? All right, let's go down through the roster, go down the line, and figure out what the hell is happening. All right, Carmella, too busy palling around with R-Truth. The 24/7 title is fun, even though Elias took it away from him. That can lead to a match at Clash of Champions where she's going to be on the outside. Carmella and R-Truth have been a really great act, okay? She's fine in the ring. There's nothing wrong with her stuff in the ring. But right now, her and R-Truth are golden in this spot, all right? Carmella is fine. She's been on both shows, okay? But when it comes to a prop for a division for a particular gender on a specific colored show, she has no part in it. She is not taking part in any of this. So, Carmella is not really part of this at all. What are we doing with Charlotte here? So, we cemented that she is a big shit when she beat Trish Stratus. She kind of put over Ember Moon in her match last night on SmackDown. But what are we doing with Charlotte? I mean, as far as, my God, I thought I was worried about the whole women's division. What are we doing with Charlotte here? Is she meant to be the gatekeeper for the women's division? Right now, I don't know if she's meant to face up against Bayley. Oh, God, her against Bayley coming up here, Clash of Champions here in Charlotte. Fuck yeah. Go ahead and sign it up right now. But I really don't know. She's the one I'm worried about the most. You've built her up so much and she's beaten literally everybody. What are you going to do with her? Her winning the title here in Charlotte, that'd be kind of a big deal, though. All right. What the fuck is Ember Moon? Someone tell me, what is Ember Moon? What is she? Seriously, okay? Look, for the past 9 to 12 months, she was meant as filler for the mixed tag team thingies that they were doing on Facebook. She had been on every other episode of Raw, not doing anything. And then suddenly she's inserted into SmackDown. Bayley gives her a title match, and she has said match, even though the build-up to their match was not really led us to who the hell to root for. What is Ember Moon? What is she? What is she? I don't know. Too many fucking colors in her hair. Her attire is weird. The music doesn't fit her at all. I don't know what she is. What is her gimmick? I don't know what the fuck she is. All right. So what are we doing with Ember Moon? Don't know right now. I have no freaking clue. Find her a tag team partner quick. Because I don't know if she's going to last or if she's going to be shipped back. I have no clue. Okay. Now, everyone in the Twitter world and internet lands are going to shit their pants. They're going nuts because of what happened on Raw. And they're just going nuts, okay? Because you have a chick who used to be undefeated that's getting beaten, no problem, had only had 6 matches in the past calendar year, and another chick called up from NXT who has never had a singles match since she's been here. I'm talking about Asuka and Kairi Sane. What are we doing with these two? You just had them lose to Bliss and Cross. All right. These two need to be split up. Badly. I mean really badly. They should never have been teamed up in the first place. Okay? But I understand this is how you introduce Kairi Sane into the roster. I totally get it. So, no. Here's what you do. You got to break them up. You have to break them up. And one of them needs to win the SmackDown title. One of them. Whether it be, it's not going to be by singles, it'll be by a multi-woman clusterfuck. Okay? Something needs to happen here. Because this is a failed experiment. Paige is not going to be back for another month and a half, and she was meant to be the mouthpiece for them. And they've only been on TV 3 weeks since they were announced that they were a team, and that was 3 months ago. Kairi Sane, Asuka, SmackDown Women's title match is going to happen between here and WrestleMania. It could be the main event at WrestleMania. A May match at WrestleMania. That's what's going to happen. It's what I see happening. Sorry. All right. Now, the Iconics, there's nothing wrong with the Iconics. Iconics are perfectly perfect. Okay? If you want to have Peyton Royce go on singles matches and do her thing, you're just fine. Everyone can bitch about Billie Kay being atrocious in the ring, but the reason they're keeping her is because she is the second coming to Vicky Guerrero. Her screaming, her yelling, she gets the crowd into it. Hey, Kayla! That's her, okay? Okay, it's seriously, all right? There's no doubting the Iconics, okay? It's built around Billie Kay outside the ring, Peyton Royce in the ring. You could not make them a tag team. You could just have it be that. Kay on the outside, Royce on the inside. Perfect. No problem. Sold. Absolutely sold. No problem. And they're kind of having fun together too. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Everyone needs to understand this right now. They are a couple. If you didn't know that, you should have known that a long time ago. Okay? They will always be a tag team. These two will never really be in singles. They're really out in limbo right now. I don't really know what to do with these two other than have them go against Bliss and Cross, and I don't know. They seem to be, when it comes to tag teams, that's what they are for. I don't see them going off in singles on their own. Not at all. So the legitimate contenders for Bliss and Cross is what I see these two. After that, try building up a tag team. Try your hardest. It's going to be a while. But, so I brought up Kay and Royce being together where Royce could get pinned and, whatever, and Kayla, and hey, Kayla! And Billie Kay being on the outside, that's singles division. But right now, Charlotte is the only one that I really don't know when it comes to the singles division with SmackDown. So how do we save, well, not save, but make relevant the women's singles division on SmackDown? There are two hopes. There are two hopes on the roster. Take a sip of the sources. They're very, very simple and very, very easy to build. Here we go. We're waiting for Liv Morgan to come back and realize that she is actually real. She could be an effective heel. Could be. She could be. We would need to really build her a lot. Liv Morgan needs to be built a lot on SmackDown television. Okay? She's going to be undergoing a gimmick change. She's been on Main Event for a while before coming back to SmackDown after she had her match with Charlotte. But she's going to undergo a gimmick change. And I want to say that if you thought that she looked like Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad before, it's going to be amped up times 10 when she comes back. She's not going to lose the blue tongue. That's her look. Okay? I've got a feeling Liv Morgan is going to be Bayley's next plausible foil in SmackDown. But there is another one. Could be a lot more plausible and could actually win it and actually be the SmackDown Women's Champion. Why the hell not? Zelina Vega. She has been building up her character for the past calendar year, being alongside Andrade, doing all of this stuff to the men that no one else on the women roster could do. She could absolutely do this. Now, does this mean that she splits up with Andrade? Absolutely not. Well, she could, but right now, I'm thinking of between here and the Fox premiere of SmackDown, that Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega are the best opportunities to try to bolster the women's roster for SmackDown. All right? That's what I'm really looking at here. You may see a split of some kind between Zelina and Andrade, but it's not going to be made evident on television. Okay, Andrade is going to have his matches. Zelina will have her matches. It's going to be tough, though, to build up Zelina, though. Because in the past, when Zelina has been in women's matches, whether it be the Royal Rumble, whether it be other matches, she's been the chicken shit. She's been the chicken shit heel. I'm not sure if she can really pull that off in having a match against Bayley. It would be more if she and Bayley were to have a match, it's more to affirm that Bayley is a champion. Okay? So don't be surprised if we see Zelina Vega and Bayley in a nice little squash match to try to augment Bayley to some point. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Liv Morgan coming up. We'll see. Finally, it was announced. The King of the Ring tournament is coming back, and it's starting back up starting next week, and it's all going to go through and culminate into the finals, going into the Clash of Champions, yada, 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 yada. First off, my personal take, I fucking hate tournaments. I hate tournaments. They're lazy. To me, they're lazy. They're this simple way of trying to build up characters and build up story development and plot progression. I hate them. It's lazy. It is the epitome of laziness. Yeah, well, but King of the Ring, if we didn't have King of the Ring, you wouldn't have Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you didn't have King of the Ring, you wouldn't have all the other kings. That's why I hate it. You could have done any of that shit involving the King of the Ring outside of King of the Ring. You could have had any of those fuckers become a badass. Okay? Oh, King Haku wouldn't have been King Haku if he didn't have a crown. You could have had him beat some shits and build him up. Well, King Mabel wouldn't have been King Mabel if he didn't have a crown. You could have had him beat up some shits and be a badass. Whoa, King Harley Race wouldn't be King Harley Race. You had no faith in building up a guy who couldn't talk. That's why you gave him a crown. I hate the King of the Ring. I legitimately hate it because it epitomizes the laziness of creative writing. Okay? I know everyone else loves the King of the Ring. I know everyone else loves putting together fucking fantasy brackets and fucking fantasy tournament scenarios. I'm sure that someone out there has selected, picked all these 16 people and gone over 250 the scenarios of building up to where you would have a King of the Ring in every single determinative. Whatever. Look. I understand the purpose of the King of the Ring. I hate it, but I understand the purpose of it. So, with that being said, what is the purpose of the King of the Ring? I just said it. It's the lazy man's way of creating a character. So what is the character that they're going to create? Here are 8 of the 16 that they are putting into this tournament. Chad Gable, Kevin Owens, Ali, Shelton Benjamin, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, The Miz, Andrade, Sami Zayn, Apollo, Karen Bourbon, Elias, Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, Cesaro, and Samoa Joe. All right. What is the purpose of this King of the Ring tournament? It is to build a character. It's also to build ulterior storylines and ulterior plot progression to build into programs to make people bigger. Okay? Understand that. Okay? You're not going to get just one King of the Ring. You're going to get 1 or 2 or potentially 3 programs to stem off of this. So, what are we looking at here? First off, all we know are the participants. We don't even know the brackets, okay? We just know 8 from Raw, 8 from SmackDown, all right? I can already gather that the finals are going to be someone from Raw, someone from SmackDown. So that means separate 8s in the brackets. My God, I fucking hate tournaments. I hate tournaments also because it breaks out the OCD in me. Daniel saying I'm going to get a Queen of the Ring. I got no problem with the Queen of the Ring. Don't get me wrong. If I'm going to get a Queen of the Ring tournament, even if it just involved 4 ladies, I am for it. The women's division needs a King of the Ring tournament way more than the men's does. Okay? Seriously. I will take a Queen of the Ring over King of the Ring anytime. Period. Okay? All right. I am not going to go over who should be in the finals or semifinals or quarterfinals. Fuck that, okay? That's not what this is about, okay? Tournaments are all about feeding into the fucking mark junkies, the fucking guys who love move names that don't really give a shit about storylines or character development. That's what this is about. That's what the King of the Ring is about. It feeds into the people that don't have the attention span to follow character development. I fucking hate tournaments. I hate them with a passion. So, what are we trying to build from this tournament? Okay, I'm going to tell you what the brackets are right now just from looking at this. All right? All I need to do is just look, okay? I'm just going to look at this right now. All right. On the Raw side, I'm going to have Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. I'm going to have Andrade versus Ricochet. I'm going to have, who else we got here? Actually, hold on. No, Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. Ricochet versus Karen Bourbon. The Miz versus Andrade. Chad Gable is going to face up against Apollo Crews. Elias goes up. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not going to sign up the brackets. I don't care. Who are we building from this? What are we hoping to get out of this? What we are hoping to get out of this is building up the Ali character out of SmackDown. All we have gotten are monologues and inspirational memes from Ali. It's about damn time that he showed something. He's going to be in the finals out of SmackDown. What do we really want to get out of this? As if we had no faith that Drew McIntyre was building himself from the promos from the past 4 months. Drew McIntyre is going to win King of the Ring. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. King of the Ring winner is going to be someone from Raw. Period. 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 Miz might be fine, but no, Miz doesn't need it. He's already promoting his TV show on USA. He's got plenty of TV time. He doesn't need a king to go on top of that. Elias is aligned with Shane McMahon. That's not going to need to happen either. Apollo is using this to build up. He's been building up for the past 2 years. Sami Zayn is a troll. It doesn't need to build up anything. Samoa Joe doesn't need to build up anything. The guy majored in linguistics. He doesn't need anything. Cesaro, phenomenal matches every single time. Doesn't need it. Buddy Murphy is in a major program right now. Doesn't need it. Cedric Alexander has been building himself off of Drew McIntyre, and that's going to happen further on. Don't need it. Shelton Benjamin, I don't know. He's been looking around and rolling his eyes everywhere. Doesn't need it. Andrade, phenomenal matches against Mysterio. He's going to retire him. Doesn't need it. Kevin Owens, he sure as fuck doesn't need this. Ricochet, no, he doesn't need this. Chad Gable, they're going to ship him back to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre, going to be the king of the ring. All to build him up to a potential match at Royal Rumble. That's what we're looking at. It's what I'm looking at. What's the final going to be? Drew McIntyre and Ali happening at Clash of Champions. Yep, that's what it's going to be. And I'm sticking to it. I fucking hate tournaments so bad. They're so fucking lazy. As if you've got enough time on your television show, you could have been writing stuff to build these characters and put them in predicaments. But no, you just couldn't do it. You just couldn't build them for the past 4 months. So now you got to rely on a fucking tournament that you devised 15 years ago that for the past 7 years hadn't done shit. I hope to God those writers you got for SmackDown in October on Fox are good. I hope they're good. That's going to do it for Wrestleview Weekly. Jesus. Have to end it off on an angry note, just like how Jeff Hardy left me angry. But, you know, that's what happens when they leave me off on angry stuff. Okay? I can't help it. I need a shot. Daniel. No, I don't. Okay. Everyone who's left in the chat, let yourselves be known right now, or else I'm just going to forget about you and you'll only be known at the beginning of the show. Let yourselves be known. Give out a wee to let you know. All right. All right. Thank you all so much for showing up tonight. Show up next week on this channel of the Wrestleview YouTubes. Mike and Victoria Tedesco will be on here reviewing a random episode of Raw. There's nothing to be known about it. Oh yeah, everyone who's saying we go wee. Shane told me a great show. Shane, you're a swell person. Gil saying we. Grash saying lol. Andrew saying we. Shifty jacking off to Sasha's blue wig. Daniel says we. Everyone say we. Okay. Jamel going we. Thank you all so much for showing up. Tune in next week. I'll be on here talking about the wrestling and the stuffs. Yeah. I don't know what I'll be doing next week. I really don't. Wait a minute, I do. Send me Orange Cassidy matches. I need to watch an Orange Cassidy match to find out why he is such a hot shit going to the AEW roster. Everyone, send it to me. Where do you send it to, Doug? At Doug Wrestleview is where you can find me on the Twitter. DM me. Add me. Do it that way. Go on the Facebook media account, on the Wrestleview Media Facebook thingy. If you haven't joined it, join it. There's a lot of stupidity that happens on there. I join up. Do it. Okay? Send all that stuff to me. Or even put a link in the comments here of this YouTube video thingy. Oh my God. Tequila hit me hard. Man, it's been 2 months and it shows. All right. Thank you all so much for showing up once again. See you all next week. And as always, say it with me. Say it with me. You know you want to. Later to feast, later to feast. As always, know when you're being sold to.